This is Censorus, always ready to recover. I will quickly deliver news about the Middle East war. According to CBS reports, the US Navy SEALs and Army Rangers are currently deployed throughout the Middle East. Marine Corps and airborne troops are now fully deployed across the Middle East. Haifa, Israel. Iranian forces attacked the area, causing major damage to Israel's oil refineries. Here is more footage from the Haifa industrial complex. Currently, Iranian forces are focusing their attacks on southern Israel. This is Lebanon. There was an airstrike by Israeli forces in Lebanon. They carried out an airstrike on a road checkpoint. This checkpoint was managed by the Lebanese army, not Hezbollah forces. As a result, one Lebanese soldier was killed and several others were injured. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard carried out its 87th attack. This time, they used Ahmad, Khorramshahr, and Qiyam missiles as well as drones to attack Haifa, Tel Aviv, Beersheba, and a US airbase. In particular, during this announcement, it was revealed that the Israeli military attacked a desalination facility in Kuwait. Now, moving on to Syria, the Syrian army discovered a tunnel Hezbollah had secretly dug. The Syrian army is entering the tunnel to search it. According to satellite images, fires broke out at 2 pumping stations on the Habshan-Fujairah oil pipeline, which transports crude oil from Abu Dhabi to Fujairah. This pipeline is a route that bypasses the Strait of Hormuz. There is a possibility that Iran is targeting other export routes used by America's allies to avoid the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump said if no agreement is reached, he will destroy all assets benefiting Iran, including oil fields, power plants, Karg Island, and desalination facilities. President Trump said he is holding serious talks with a new, more reasonable Iranian regime to end military operations in Iran. Secretary of State Rebiok stated there are 4 objectives for this operation. They are the destruction of the Iranian Air Force, the destruction of the Iranian Navy, the destruction of Iran's missile launch capabilities, and the destruction of Iranian factories. In addition, Secretary of State Marco Rabiok stated that although they tried to resolve the issue through diplomacy, they must also be prepared for when diplomatic efforts fail. Secretary of State Marco Rabiok referred to Iran as crazy. He said nuclear weapons are completely unacceptable. A 23-year-old from Eilat, Israel, was indicted for working with Iranian intelligence. This man allegedly photographed key military sites, including Avda Air Force Base where he worked, and passed the images to Iran, reportedly receiving millions of dollars. Spain has barred aircraft linked to the current Middle East war from its airspace and banned all aerial refueling flights. President El-Sisi of Egypt asked President Trump to please stop this war, saying that he believes Trump can do it. A New York Times report says China sent 2 large container ships through the Strait of Hormuz. German Chancellor Merz warned that if the Iran war expands into a major regional conflict, it could place a much greater burden on Germany and Europe, similar to the early days of the COVID-19 pandemic or the start of the Ukraine war. The Philippine government said it bought 142,000 barrels of diesel from Japan. On the 24th, President Marcos declared a national energy emergency as the Philippines relies on the Middle East for 90% of its crude oil imports. Italian Defense Minister Guido Crosetto took a step back regarding the Iran war, saying, "We did not support this war, and no one asked for our opinion. If more news comes up, I'll make and upload a video." This concludes the video. Thank you.
Yeah.